We were just wondering if, once again, it's directed to Nick, if you could take us through a day in the life at with the work you're doing.
A day in the life of me here. I don't know. Like I said, I'm still. It's a fun startup that I work for, so I'm pretty liberal in how a day goes for me. But as I said earlier, actually, I didn't explain this very well. But I said I started in business development, and now I'm a program manager here. And I'm basically the only one in the company working on a spin-off company that we're starting with this software as a service. And so I kind of have two roles. I'm almost kind of like a go-between between our developers that are actually, coding the program and the platform, and then the team here internally that's working on the look and feel of the platform, what type of capabilities it's going to have. We're writing basically the diligence survey that's assessing the risk and the range of risk, based on answers to that survey. And so it's very interesting to see over the course of the last 11 months something that was simply an idea in our heads, and then we started writing down on paper. And right now, it's an actual online platform. It's still kind of hidden. We haven't gone to publication yet with the actual platform, but to see the flow and how that's worked out. My days has been it's been interacting with the team here and just kind of creating something new, which has been very interesting.
Thanks.
Let's hear what Daisy and Melissa do on that daily basis.
There's a chance to talk about a day or not. It's up to you guys.
Well, my days can vary significantly, but a lot of what I do is research, and that may entail crunching numbers. A lot of times it entails a lot of reading of what's already been written, and maybe calling up people across the country to talk about what's happened in their jurisdiction, what the lessons learned are, and talking to clients and asking them what are the goals for Hawaii, for instance, because I'm working in Hawaii on actually some issues related to integrating solar and how to prevent cost shifting across customers, but also how to not discourage distributed generation installations and to keep on achieving their clean energy goals. So then there's meetings with some of my coworkers and my boss to talk through different options that the regulators there might have and how to think differently about the whole utility regulatory paradigm, like how we actually regulate utilities and how utilities earn money. If we can change that in some way, because the whole utility landscape has changed, the whole electricity landscape has changed with distributed generation, energy efficiency, and demand response. How do we change the regulatory paradigm to accept that and to evolve with it? And so we're throwing out ideas, and we're pitching them to the client and saying, what if you do this? And so it's just, trying to get lessons learned from across the United States and to make our case and to make it bulletproof and to prevent perverse incentives. So like I said, there's a lot of research and a lot of writing up arguments and pitching them as best as we can.
And I'll very quickly add, I think a very typical day for me will have a lot of elements besides the research and the advisory services path that I had described to you. Is a lot of project management. This is something that you do not ever get to learn in school. There's no course as project management course, and even so, that would be all based on theories. So in reality, it is a lot of seeing your project in the long term as well as the short term, and then satisfying both, actually. And I guess one of the last things that I would add is I'd always I would always tell folks who are looking for positions, especially graduate students, coming out from graduate school, you guys have a lot more skill set already than a lot of the workforce is seeking work, and it is only the first step really to land that job, and to really succeed in that position takes more than just doing that specific job very well, is to see where you want to see yourself, where your next job would be, whether it is a vertical movement or a lateral movement, and then trying to position yourself so that you can leverage some new skills to land that position. If it is a very vertical move, then, well, great. Just start doing what your boss would have to do. Basically, just trying to get those skills and display them before you're giving that position.